guys, and welcome back to my channel, Cooking Creations with JW. Today we are making the most fluffiest, moist cinnamon rolls I have had in my whole entire life. This recipe is so great. It's a mix between a cinnamon bun and a cinnamon roll. So without further ado, you guys, let's get into it. We are starting off with 1/3 cup of warm water. In my measuring cup right here, I'm going to add 1 packet of self-rising yeast, and I'm going to add some sugar as well to my mixture. I'm going to go ahead and give that a stir and get everything combined. You want to make sure when you do your yeast that it fluffs up. You cannot move on until that happens. This is what it looks like once it is fluffed up. We are going to throw it into our big mixing bowl, and we are going to add in some vanilla, and we have some whole milk, we have some sugar, and we have some buttermilk. Yes, you guys, we are using buttermilk. We have some oil. We have 2 slightly beaten eggs. And of course, we have our butter. And we are going to go ahead and give that just a big old mix with our blender. Get everything all incorporated in there. Yes, you guys, we're going to add some salt. We have baking powder. I'm going to add some baking powder. You can use any baking powder you want. Doesn't really matter. Throw that in there, and we're going to go ahead and give that a beaten up again. We're going to beat it up real quick, you guys. And we're going to try and get out the little lumps and stuff. If you can get them out, great. If not, do not worry about it. Now we are going to start to add our flour. This is for our dough mixture. So we're going to add our flour a little bit at a time. That way everything is able to get nicely incorporated and we just don't have clumps of flour in our mixture. Again, because this is going to be our dough and our base for our cinnamon rolls, you guys. So I'm just going to continuing to add in my flour nicely and moderately. And I'm using my little spatula here to just mix everything together nice and pretty. You can see that it is getting thicker. That is exactly what you want to happen, guys. You want this to thicken up because it is our dough and our base for our cinnamon rolls. So we're going to continue mixing and mixing until we get all of our flour in. It is about 4 cups of flour that we will be using. The recipe will be below, and when you are done, the dough will look like this. Oh my gosh, we are almost finished. I have greased my bowl, and now I am putting saran wrap on it, and we are going to let that bad boy sit for about an hour because, again, we want these cinnamon rolls to be fluffy. All right, it has sat for about an hour, and now I am unwrapping it, and we are getting ready to roll our dough out. So I lightly floured my island where I will be rolling out my dough, and I'm going to put it into a rectangle just with my hands, just kind of maneuver it, stretch it out. I have my rolling pin right here, and I am going to roll this out into the best rectangle that I can get it into, you guys. You do the same, and there we go. Not much of a rectangle, but it's good. And I have my brown sugar, and I'm going to go ahead and add some ground cinnamon into my bowl with my brown sugar, and that is what it's going to look like. I'm going to go ahead and mix that all up together so that it is evenly combined. That is really important. You want to make sure that that mixture is evenly combined all together. So we're going to mix that up nice and well. After we finish that, we are going to take our butter, you guys, our melted butter, and just drench it all over our dough right here. You can see my daughter's friend in the background. She's sitting downstairs waiting until we are done making these cinnamon rolls. They are so good. Definitely a kid's favorite. So I am continuing to put my butter onto my dough, and now I'm just going to add my brown sugar and cinnamon mixture together onto the dough. And I'm just going to continue doing that. There is no correct method or way to do this. We just want to sprinkle it on as evenly as we can, and then just go through and dump the rest of that butter onto that dough. Oh my gosh, this looks absolutely amazing, and it's not even finished yet, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and combine everything together just with a spoon so that it gets that darker look, and that is the look that we want. Yummy, you guys. It is time for my favorite part. We are getting ready to roll this bad boy up so that we can cut it and get these popped into the oven. All right, here we go. We are rolling our dough up. This is normally the hard part. Once you kind of get used to it, it makes it a lot easier. We're just going to roll it. Again, no perfect way. Just kind of do it as evenly as you can. Roll up the middle and then roll the sides with it as well. It will be ooey and gooey, and some of the mixture in the middle, the butter and cinnamon, will ooze out, as you will see later on in the video. But just keep doing it and rolling it, and oh my gosh, this looks so, I'm so excited, you guys. All right, we're gonna keep rolling that up, and we are almost done rolling this bad boy, and now we are cutting our cinnamon rolls. Look at that, you guys, and wait until you see it in the pan before we pop it into the oven. All right, once you cut it, you might have to fix it up a little bit because the circles might not be as prevalent. Just fix it up with your fingers. You guys will know what to do. We all know what a cinnamon roll looks like. Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh, that is what it looks like after we finish cutting them. I'm going to go and place plastic wrap over them and let them sit for about 30 minutes and then pop them in the oven. So while our cinnamon buns are in the oven, we're going to go ahead and get started on our cream cheese icing. We have confectionery sugar. We added some butter. We have our vanilla. We're going to add some milk into that mixture, and of course our cream cheese. And once everything is combined into our glass bowl, we're going to go ahead and beat it up a little bit. And once we are done, I'm just going to place that right back into my measuring cup. I am so excited for this. This icing is literally the best icing I have ever had on a cinnamon bun. Here are our cinnamon buns fresh out the oven. They look so good. I am going to let them cool off for about 15 minutes. Once the cinnamon buns are all cooled off, we're going to go ahead and put our icing on top of them. Oh my gosh, you guys, this looks so good. It smells so good as well. My kids are in the background jumping up and down. They cannot wait until I am done so that they can get some. This recipe is amazing, and this is what it looks like once everything is completely frosted and the cinnamon buns are ready to be eaten. And there you have it, guys. These are the moist and fluffy cinnamon rolls. They are so good. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you don't miss another one of my videos. Thanks so much for cooking with JW.